In this video, we are going to see the different methods from the exception class. These methods help us identify from where exactly the exception was thrown and what was the exact reason behind the exception. So let's go to our Apex documentation, and here we see the common exception methods. The first one is the getCause method, which returns the cause of the exception. The second one is the getLineNumber, which returns from which line the exception was thrown. Like for example, in this code, the exception will be thrown from line number 4. So we can get that line using the getLineNumber method. The third method is getMessage, which is going to show the complete message of exception. And the fourth one is the stackTrace. The stackTrace is going to return the complete stack trace of your code, like from where the exception is thrown, which method has called that particular line, and in which class that method exists. You can also get the exception type using the getTypeName, and this is really helpful when you are handling the generic exception like this. So if you want to learn about the exception type, then you can use getTypeName. The rest of these methods are to set some properties in exception. For example, if the cause of exception was not caught and if you want to set the exception cause by yourself, then you can use initCause method, or if you want to override the message, then you can use setMessage method. So let's go back to our developer console, and here let's try to execute few of these methods. The first one we are going to see is getCause. And here I'm going to call e.getCause, where e is the exception variable or exception instance. The second one we are going to call is the getMessage. I'm going to name it as message. The third one I'm going to call is getLineNumber. And the fourth one that I'm going to call is stackTrace. Let me just re-verify my method names. It's getStackTraceString. So let me paste it here. Yep, so I'm going to delete the last debug log and I'm going to execute this code. Let's click on debug only, and we can see that cause was null, although my spelling of cause was not correct. The message was divided by 0. The line number was 4 because this exception was generated from line number 4. And the stack trace is this one, line number 4 column 1, and it is coming from the anonymous block. If it would have been Apex class, then you would see the Apex class name and method name as well from this exception was thrown. So these exception methods are really helpful when you are trying to build your own logging mechanism. For example, you want to store all the exceptions of your code in a S object or in a custom object, then you can use these methods to store these exceptions and the line numbers.